This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Let's open up the doors to Daily with Doc. Welcome, everybody, to Daily with Doc. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We have a unique Daily with Doc episode today where we are going to talk to you about a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to spoil it. You saw the description, but just let me just fill you in, folks. One of the very important things that I got to mention is that this program is for educational purposes only, and the content is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. Nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA, and testimonials that are shared are individual experiences of the people sharing them. Results vary and may not be typical. And we do not make any claims regarding health or income. Keep in mind, as empowered individuals, you have options available. Exercise those options. Use your judgment, use your discernment, and welcome to Daily with Doc. It is a pleasure to be hosting once again while our illustrious Becca Dukes is at a seminar learning more how to help us. And Ruth Ellen is taking care of matters, trying to help us to learn more and do better and help more folks. So it's just us. It's the motley crew of Daily with Doc on with us today. I'm just going to introduce all the motley crew people who I have on the screen, and we are all going to just talk to you today about some very important things that you might want to know. But most importantly, we are going to start with our illustrious coach, Rod Wiggins, who is our guy who has been and is a certified personal trainer, certified holistic health coach, and the one we turn to when we need to talk about musculoskeletal things and movement and exercise. Coach Rod, welcome to the show. Welcome to the screen. Thanks for joining us today.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much, AJ. Can you hear me loud and clear?
We hear you loud and clear. So what do you think about our topic of movement? Why is movement important?
But movement is so important because so many people, especially in today's time in the office, so many people are having chronic diseases just sitting down now. And it's been said that sitting is the new smoking. So if you're sitting down too long, people are getting chronic diseases like back spasms and muscular degeneration. So many things are happening to people right now that is now time for us as we get more mature, not older, but as we get more mature, we need to keep our body moving. And I tell people all the time, it's not age, but it's also activity. So if you're doing something and you're sitting in the office or you're very stagnant, so many people are ready to paint the car and instead of actually dealing with the engine. So movement is more for the engine or inside, and most people want to go straight to working out. So we're not teaching just working out, as Dr. Watkins say. Exercise without nutrition is suicide. So we want to show people just basic movements and the importance of movement. So it's so important to move because anything that don't move after a while it gets stagnant or break.
Hey, Coach Rod, you put together a little presentation for us. Is that something you'd like me to share now, or?
Yes, that would be great to share it now. And just want to inform people that, like we said before, these are not exercises. These are movement to keep your body moving so that you don't have chronic fatigue. You don't have risk of chronic diseases. Your body releases stress different ways. So take these little momentums and look at them so that you can have your body movement and get ready to receive even the nutrition better when your body has proper stimulation and circulation. Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Coach Rod. I want to give you another pointer, which is this time of year, the best pointer you can get for the weather, the time, and the time of year, and any part of the day. Right now, it's the fall season, and I advise everyone if you have any time at work, if your lunch break or 30 minutes, 20 minutes, if you have any time, the next thing you want to do, the most beneficial thing you can do at work, especially if you want to stop fatigue and jet lag inside the office or lag or anything or the chronic diseases, the best thing to do is get physically moving. As you see, I'm outside. I'm right in front of the house in the yard right now. But I have about a mile stretch each way that I usually walk. And I wouldn't advise you to walk a mile while you're at work, but take 10 to 15 minutes on your lunch break, even if right after you eat, walk it off. That way you don't hold the food, you don't get lackadaisical at work after you eat, and you don't get sleepy. So after you eat, I advise you take a nice brisk walk. You're not going to be running. You're going to be taking a walk at about 2.5 mile per hour or something like that, so that that's a steady pace to get your heart rate up. And on that heart rate pace at a 2.5, it should give you a good burn, but also you won't break a big sweat. And your body needs to get out. You get the fresh air. You get to see different things, so your mind can reset, your energy reset, your body reset. And when you get back in work or back at home in the office, you can actually have your whole system reset. And especially even if after you walk, if you're taking your nutrition daily and slowly throughout the day, your body receives your nutrients better as you burn energy and burn nutrition off and put it back. Your body would be definitely rejuvenated with energy. You sleep better, your sleep patterns better, and also your nervous system, your system, and all your organs actually will love you even more when you burn and actually put everything back. But one of the best things you can do for yourself is get out and walk. Walk, nice brisk walk, or walk with a partner. And people, a lot of people don't know how fast you can walk, but you test your walk by simply either, I know it sounds crazy, you do a low conversation to yourself, or if you walk with a partner, if you can walk and talk comfortably, then you have a good pace. If you cannot talk while you walk, then that pace is way too fast, or it could even be too slow. So have a normal conversation with yourself, or try to um, sing a song that you would sing and you still can move. But most they tell you have a conversation. If you can talk the way I'm talking now and still walk, you're at the perfect pace. So if you're talking with a partner and you're talking and you're huffing and puffing, you guys need to slow down so that you can have a good pace while you walk. But that's a good measurement to know how fast you're walking. So take a walk 10, 15 minutes or on your lunch break, a nice brisk walk. Or some people change clothes if you have time. If you're at home all day, take a quick run or a walk. But I advise you to walk. And I think that's the best next thing you can do to keep moving. And the thing here is movement. Last but not least, I want to give you this pointer. Right before I shower, I do 2 minutes of jumping jacks. I do 2 minutes of walking in place, and then I do 2 minutes of push-ups. And with that, that helps my body stay pumped all day. So for you, just for movement, I would just say 2 minutes of walking in place, 2 minutes of arm rotation, and then I would do 2 minutes of we call bend and reach. Anyone can do this. This is a very simple movement, and all you're doing is you bend
to your thighs, and then you go to your toes, or as far as you can go. Come back to the thighs, and you put your hands up. And then you go thighs, toes, or as far as you can go, thighs, hand up. It gives you a good movement where you get a full body movement right before you get in the shower, and that way your body is loose for the rest of the day. So that movement with the bend and reach, it goes like this. Here, here, here. And in the football group, it looks really good, or in a bigger group, but by yourself, it's a great personal movement you can do before you get in the shower, or before you rest for the day, or work too hard, or even when you're at your desk, you can stand up. So once again, that move is called bend and reach. You're bending and reaching. Here, here, here. Bend, reach, bend, reach. That's simple. I hope these simple movements help you. We'll be doing more of this. This is the first time, and I'm very proud and thankful for AJ and the team for putting this together so we can start giving weekly pointers to our team and viewers so that they can do simple movement to keep their body as healthy as possible in all aspects, nutritionally and physically. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you guys soon. Bye. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Coach Rod with the Daily with Doc team and also Longevity. I've been with Longevity over 18 years, and I learned so much from Dr. Wallach. And before getting with Longevity, I was a certified personal trainer. I tried out for the NFL. I tried out for the Navy SEAL, and I also coached for over 8 years. So I can say that I'm pretty certified in helping you with some basic daily movements. This is not a workout, and this is not a training. This is something to show you just to do some basic daily movement to keep your body moving. You say, why would I want to do that, Coach Rod? You want to do that so that you can improve your mood at work. You want to increase productivity. You want to alleviate physical pain. You want to lower your risk of chronic diseases. And last but not least, you want to lower stress, both mentally and physically. So I just want you to know the reason that we're asking you to get your body moving and to get your body in motion so that you can have less chronic pain and all the rest of the topics that I listed just before. So some basic movements at home and at work are, if you're at a desk, you can stand and be sure not to stand too long. So basically standing at work. If you're at a desk, move from your desk and stand, but don't not stand and lock your feet. Don't lock your legs. Don't lock your back. Stand softly with a little bit of bend in your knees so that you can still feel the pressure off your back and off your knees. And be sure not to stand too long. If you stand too long, you can develop back pain. So what you want to do, you want to stand about 7 to 10 minutes. If you can stand longer, do that. But I recommend about 7 to 10 minutes every hour, and that would help you a lot. The next thing you want to do is actually do chair squats. Just get up. You don't have to squat like you're lifting 100 pounds. Just get up and do about 10 of these per hour if you feel, or every other hour. And all you're doing is simply getting up and sitting back down. And if you need to be assisted, feel free to use a desk or a chair that don't roll or have locked wheels. So those are a couple of things that you can do to start out with. But the next thing you can do is a very good exercise. So you want to stand and you want to walk in place. All you're doing is walking in place. And you can count, do 100 steps, or do 25 steps, or do 10 steps, whatever is comfortable for you. What you don't want to do is get tired and get frustrated at work so that you won't want to do these exercises. So you can just simply walk in place. Do a minute. I would do a minute for every hour, maybe 2. So you do that for a minute or 2, and then you sit down. Another thing you can do at work that would be very beneficial to you if you have arms or that get weak, or you type a lot, if your shoulders are tired or stressed out, simply stand up and you can just simply do arm rotations. You want to do arm rotations forward and then you do it back. And then you want to just lift your arms in front of you, just like this. Try to do 10 to 12 reps. That's all you need. This is not a workout. It's a basic movement to keep your body moving so that you don't get sit down and get fatigue, get chronic diseases. And also with these movements, they help you a lot so that your body can move, because we know now that in the office, sitting is the new sitting is the new smoking, as we say. So if you're sitting too long, it's the same as smoking because you can create blood clots and fatigue and also give your body other chronic illnesses. But now there are a lot of studies showing that sitting is the new smoking, from lung disease to kidneys to blood clots. So that's a great thing, a great reason why you want to sit, stand, walk in place, and last but not least, get your body moving so that your body can do the proper healing that it does on its own, along with your native essential nutrients. Now, for if you're a little bit more advanced, another thing you can do, if you have a wall, you get close to your wall and you do wall push-ups. Just body weight, and you just take your body and you're doing the push-ups on the wall. And that way, you're not straining your back, you're not straining your shoulders. You're actually just giving your body a little bit of motion so that it will definitely wake you up, give your body a lot of circulation, stimulation, so that your shoulders and your nerves and your neck do not get fatigued and also stressed out or too tense. So these are great movements you can do while sitting in the office. Another movement you can do while sitting in the office is you can sit in your chair and you can do two leg extensions, just like this, or double leg extensions, or you can do single leg extensions. You want to do that. That's that simple. That's what you can do. So those exercises or those movements, those movements are great for combating fatigue in the office, bad circulation, and also giving you great stimulation at the same time for your nerves and your body and all your organs at the same time. Along with those, you want to do these at least once every hour, and you don't want to wear yourself out or break a hard sweat. This is not an exercise. This is simple movements to help your body continue to rejuvenate itself and take care of itself and give itself the properties that needed to keep your body moving the way it should without creating chronic diseases and illness and giving you chronic fatigue while at work or at home. And I think these are great pointers to start if you're in a home or office. If you have more questions, more on training or personal training, please feel free to contact me or the Longevity Daily with Doc team. Thank you so much.
You know what? I think somebody deserves a hand clap for that. Coach Rod, that was fantastic. Thank you very much for doing that for us. And folks that I need a show of hands. I need some commentary out on the channels. Is that simple? Is that something that we can incorporate? This is what we need to know. Now, Coach Rod, let me ask you this. If I were a couch potato, what is the thing I could do to get a quick start?
Well, if you're a true couch potato and you haven't been doing anything at all, that lets you know that your body needs to start somewhere and somewhere quickly, but not harshly. So I advise the most simple thing you can do to stimulate your mind and your body and give it the oxygen it needs to prepare for these moves. You first start with simple, great breathing techniques. You'll be so surprised that so many people do not know how to breathe properly. So breathing techniques and upper body stretching is where I would start first. And that those breathing techniques, you can sit upright at your desk, feet flat on the floor, chest out a little bit. And what you want to do, you want to inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 4 seconds first. Get your body and mind stimulated to prepare to do any kind of work. That's why everybody uses it in every animal you see when they wake up, they stretch. They stretch first. So I would do 4 seconds of breathing in. It's very simple. You breathe in really slow, 4 seconds, then out. Another breathing in, 4 seconds. Exhale 4 seconds. The next movement I would do is actually a simple. So when you stimulate the body, one of the most important things is the circulation in your mind and your brain. So first I would do after the breathing technique, I would do simple shoulder rolls. Most people when you first, especially in an office or at work or standing, even standing or in a job, they're mostly tense from here up, and that would cause the stress at work, the mental stress and mental fatigue. So the next thing I would do is basically put my hand on my knee, on my knees, and I would do reverse shoulder rolls really slow backwards, and then I would do front shoulder rolls going forward. And I would do 5 of those each way. Those are 2 things that I would do to start out. And then the last but not least, you do simple, you're not cranking this at all. This is very simple. So once you do the breathing, then you do shoulder rolls, you wake the body up, get the oxygen flowing. Last but not least, I would do very, very relaxed neck rolls. And I would start to my left and make a small circle. Small circles with you going to the left. And like this, you're breathing in slowly and exhaling. I would do 5 to the right, to the left, then I would do 5 to the right. Very simple. And believe it or not, if you are falling asleep at your desk and if you are tired at your desk, this simple 2 to 3 minutes worth of work will actually wake you up, give you more energy, and also help your brain from becoming fatigued. So with those simple things, these are not exercises, these are basic movement, keep your body stimulated so that you don't get those blood clots or you don't get that energy drain that you usually get and those chronic diseases that start from sitting down too long.
Fantastic, Coach Rod. Thank you. Thank you very much. Coach Rod, what else do you want people to know?
I want them to know that this team is very important to all of us, and we're not doing this just for show, or we're not doing this for any kind of fame or fortune. We're doing this because we all have great whys in what we do. I came to longevity 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago. I'm from Mississippi, but I was in the U.S. Navy, and with that, I got stationed in San Diego, where longevity was. I was in a different company, and longevity acquired the company that I was in. They were more like a business company. But when I heard about the nutrition, I had so many situations. By the time I met Dr. Wallach, I had 2 injuries in the military, one on my leg and one on my back. And I had serious blood pressure issues. And I wanted to beat the odds. And when I met Dr. Wallach 20 years ago, he helped me out so quickly that I wanted to help others because as a young man, as a young black male, my father passed away at the early age of 51. So when Dr. Wallach told me about the team that you could do and help start or be with longevity, I was very excited to help other people have their family member live longer and healthier because I'm 52 years old now, and I'm a year older than my father when he passed away. And I think about how young that really is. So Dr. Wallach gave me a mission and gave me more purpose. And I think that we need more people to be ready to serve the same purpose because so many people are leaving this world too soon. And I just love and appreciate you guys and Dr. Wallach and the Daily with Doc team. Thank you so much.
You the man, Coach Rod. You are the man. Thank you for everything you do for all the people and for as long as you've been doing it. And we're going to move on to our next team member because we want to introduce the people that you can reach at 855-949-3377. Or if you emailed in, you can email questions@dailywithdoc.com and reach some of our team members. One of the other team members that you, thank you, Coach Rod, one of the other team members that you might encounter if you call 855-949-3377 or you emailed questions@dailywithdoc.com. One of the other team members that you might encounter is Fingers. Fingers Pizzera Spear. You might bump into her because Fingers is always helping people. And her real name is Marilyn, in case you didn't know. Marilyn, tell us what you have to share today.
Okay. I got involved with longevity about 6 years ago. My husband had a stroke and he was in the hospital. It was during COVID for 13 days. And then he was in a rehab facility for 5 months before I could determine what I was going to do, how I was going to support us, what we were going to do. And shortly after he had the stroke, I was by myself. I was driving to work late one night and I heard Dr. Wallach on Coast to Coast. And he was talking about strokes and why people have strokes. And at the time, my husband had been overweight. We had been eating processed foods. What else? We had taken oils. I was adding oils to soups thinking it was good for me. Avocado, olive oil, coconut oil, and they do all have their benefits. But when Dr. Wallach explained it all, he said that he had studied and researched into over 30,000 autopsies. And he saw that it was oils that clogged the arteries. And he was the only one that gave me answers at that time. In fact, ever since then, I continued to listen to his show. I finally got involved with longevity, got under Becca's downline. I started taking the coaching program along with the supplements. I became greatly involved in the longevity community. I contribute to the chat boxes almost daily. I also write articles. I'm really fascinated about doing research. Like, what if you go on my Facebook page, you'll see that I just recently wrote had a little presentation. They're like 5 minutes long about structured water, which Ben Fuchs has recently been talking about because of the importance of it, where to get it, how to get it. And anyway, that's what I do now with longevity. And I'm also involved with this show. And I do get calls from the show. Leads are presented to me. And I love talking to all of you. And I love consulting with people. And I'm here to help all of you to have optimal health because this has benefited me greatly. I have been involved in health off and on for years, but I never knew this was my passion. And it took my husband having a major problem that made me realize this. I'm 61 years old. And so I got involved with longevity when I was 56. And I've struggled with a lot of health problems myself, my family also. And now I feel fantastic. I had really bad hip and back pain. And with my back, I had a herniated disc, L4 and L5. I've had immune issues, acne, complexion problems. All of this has been reversed by taking the 90 essential nutrients. And I'd like to tell you that although I believe that's the core, one of my favorite products for longevity is Stay Natural plant-based protein. And the reason I like that is because sugar gives us energy. Carbohydrates give us energy. But as Ben Fuchs has often said, it's the protein that builds the body. And so through the coaching program and through taking Stay Natural plant-based protein and other protein like powders and like collagen, it helps build the body in one of the best and most important thing to reverse aging. And so when I wake up in the morning, I eat protein. I don't eat pancakes. I don't eat waffles. I don't eat toast. I eat protein. Thank you.
You don't eat pancakes?
No,
No toast, no waffles?
no.
None of that stuff?
I used to, and I'm telling you, my complexion was terrible, and now my complexion, I have no problems with.
Marilyn, you look fantastic. I would have never known that you had complexion issues.
Oh, yes.
You talk about your age, you look fantastic. You're just doing tremendous, and you're dedicated, just like all the members of our team. Thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you.
The next, we're going to travel to South Africa, and we're going to talk to a zebra. Hey, Marty, how are you today? Good to see you. Well, this is our good friend Albert. Albert lives in South Africa. If you've not watched the show and did not know, Marty the zebra is a zebra that he took from an image of from his backyard. That's right. Albert lives in the bush. Is that accurate? Is that a good description, Albert?
Yeah, that's excellent. That's right on the button.
If you call it midnight and Marilyn is actually asleep, you'll talk to Albert, because Albert is on the other side of the world, so it's more convenient for all of you late night callers to talk to Albert, and he's very gracious with his time. He's up with us till 11 p.m. his time, and then up and at him early doing the business, and we greatly appreciate Albert's commitment to longevity. What do you have to talk, and to the Daily with Doc team, what do you have to tell the folks?
Well, firstly, it's all glory and thanks to God as this is a path I'd never planned on actually walking. Being a person who's always tried to look after my health in the best way that I knew how, by adding what I learned was good for me and also removing what I learned was bad for me in my diet. As an example of this, I would say carbonated drinks. So during the time, we should all remember when we were not allowed to move around too much, I started surfing the web. And I was looking for information on a few different poor health conditions with a view to finding out how they could be addressed and hopefully restored. And little did I know that I was going to stumble upon who? Well, if you're all wondering, it was Dr. Joel Wallach. I got to learn of epigenetics, which I'd never heard of before, and which made my ears shoot up and into full attention mode. Then I started learning of some poor health conditions that could be restored naturally and had been done so with great success. So this started my mind running with thoughts of people that I could share this information with. And this too just increased my desire to learn more about Dr. Wallach. I then got to view the audacity of health and the famous dead doctors don't lie talk. Well, to say the least, I was hooked, and without even realizing it. My surfboard was out and I got it polished and I was surfing the web all I could. This is when I came upon Ask Doc Live with Rebecca, or Becca as you all affectionately call her, John T. McCollier, and our dear Dr. Wallach. And well, when this all happened, I found myself in study mode. I was noting all that I could on what Dr. Wallach was saying, and with continued amazement at all that he had helped throughout, all the people that he had helped throughout his life. This all done with a passion and drive that from Dr. Wallach is just so admirable. I was watching every show that I could until one day I decided to make contact. And in our first three-way call together with Rebecca and Jonty, I decided to enroll to become a certified holistic health coach. And a short while into the newly launched Daily with Doc show, and on my birthday, my 60th birthday of all, Rebecca invited me to be part of the team. A team which I'm honored and privileged to be being part of and being able to also chat with one of the best doctors of all time in the world. I have to say, one of my best pharmacists in the world as well, pharmacist Ben Fuchs, who shares so much understandable information with us. I have to also give thanks to all the guests that come onto the show and share their knowledge. And I'll mention them here. Some of them is Dr. Judy Reynolds, Dr. Laura Dennison, Dr. Randy Shannon, Dr. Joanne Conaway, Dr. Taylor Mitchell, Dr. Lisa Singletary, Dr. Dirt, Richard Renton, Yvonne Ray, Tim Marsh, Adrian Gold, Joanne Capello, Paul Crotto, and Raymond and Yolanda Brown, who walked a long road, and all the other guests. One thing I'd like to say is that we could not pay for all this knowledge that we shall so graciously receive and freely receive. So one thing I'd like you all to know is that having learned all that I have in the past few years and all that I will still get to learn, is that if you have a poor health condition that you would like to restore your body from, or if you know of somebody who you would like to help get their body restored, what Dr. Wallach has shown us and what longevity stands for, you have made the right choice in your journey to better health. So I hope what I've shared with you has been an inspiration. So thanks for lending your ear to me.
You're an inspiration, buddy. Not just what you said. You are an inspiration and you are dedicated and we love you for it. Thank you very much. Coach Rod, you got something to say real quick or what's going on, buddy? Oh no, that was a mistake. All right. Well, thank you very much, Albert. Did you mention your
My
favorite
pleasure.
product?
Oh, the BTT 2.0 tablets. I like them because they are easy to use and quick on the go, and you can take them wherever you want to without having to worry about having to mix and do things like that. So they're quick and easy, and the on-the-go start pack
No,
has
no, no,
got
no, no, no,
extras
no, no,
in.
no, 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 no. One product that your favorite product, not your favorite products. I'm just
Okay.
buddy. You like the only? Why do you like the on-the-go start pack? Why do you like that?
Because it's got good value for money in it.
It does have good value. Speaking of good value, thank you very much, Albert. Speaking of good value,
Pleasure.
we have our lovely friend Sherry Browning. Sherry, when I talk about value, Sherry shows us how to can stuff, how to make our own probiotic mixtures. She showed us yesterday how to make our own collagen products with the bone broth soup. And just what a valuable person to have around. Sherry, take her away and tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I live actually in Cypress, Texas, so I'm far, far away from Albert. But that's okay. I learned about Dr. Wallach about 3 years ago. Sadly, this late in life, I wish I had met him sooner. While I was doing research on health, because I was already a health coach at that time. I became a certified health coach in 2015, and I was working with clients trying to help them improve their health and was looking for just more health information. I ran across, like Albert, his videos, and I was hooked. I had to watch everything. I searched for every video I could find, every podcast, everything, and could not get enough. And then I came across Becca and learned even more and decided I had to join this because I just felt like, first of all, I had to try the products and see how well they worked. I couldn't recommend them to anybody unless I knew they worked. I didn't want to put my name behind anything that I didn't feel totally committed to. So I joined under Becca and ordered the products and started using them and saw an immediate results. I was already in good health, but I had started, because I am of the senior group, I had started having those body aches that come with inflammation as you age. And I was still leading kind of what I thought was a healthy lifestyle. I didn't know about the oils. I didn't know about the grains. I'd never heard about that before. But I noticed when I started taking the products and changed my eating habits, how much better I felt, how energized I felt. And I just knew I had to share it. So I started sharing it with my clients. Many of them are the same age as me, and they were getting results. And then Becca asked among our group who would like to join the show because she had this vision and wanted to expand. I didn't know what that meant, but I thought it sure sounded like fun. So I jumped on board and started helping her in the background with the show and learning. Even though I was already a certified health coach with another institution, I really needed more information about longevity's products and the areas of health that it covers. So I took the certified health coach and did a second certification. And so now I'm a certified health coach with the same as the rest of the group. My favorite product is the plant-derived minerals. If you saw the show yesterday, you'll know why. I use it in everything. I love all of it, but if I had to choose one, and if I couldn't have anything else, it would be the plant-derived minerals. Our bodies need minerals. When we're well mineralized, heavy metals can't remain in the body because it pulls them out. When we're well mineralized, we have strong teeth, we have strong arteries, we're just stronger. So that would be my favorite. I love being part of this show. I love being part of this group. It's my longevity family.
We love having you around, Sherry. And thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
everything that you do, getting the show streamed out. My tag team partner I work with every day to
Yeah.
get the shows out and the replays, and you're very much invaluable. And speaking of invaluable, we got Mary McWhorter on with us. Hey, Mary, you gonna unmute yourself? Mary is the newest member of the team, the whippersnapper of the group, and she is your mic on? She comes from a large corporate background. You know, it's one of the things that I never was able to get my mind around were like the scale of things. And Mary has a really good grasp of scale when you talk about, you know, millions of people and then how many of the people might consider using something and doing things. Mary has got a big mind for big concepts, and I really love having her on the team. She's very helpful. And most important thing I like about Mary is she likes Rebound sports drink. So tell us about what is going on with you, Mary.
Hey, AJ. Hey, team. And hey, everyone. My name is Mary McWhorter. As AJ's mentioned, I am originally from New Jersey. After multiple moves, including a stint in Mexico City, I now live in Cincinnati, Ohio. Technically, I've been around healthcare space really most of my life. I learned a lot about nutrients originally from my mother, who's always used them for the family. And, you know, she was also a nurse. I also worked in a pharmacy. So I remember the thousands of prescriptions that we dispensed to customers daily. You know, for me, I stayed fairly active most of my life and, ate fairly well, although I did have a sweet tooth. You know, I took vitamins and minerals and things like that. But slowly over the years, things started, to happen, got symptoms, like dizziness, digestive issues, aches and pains, kind of some of the things people have talked about already. For me, I also listen to others. And oddly, to me, it seemed like a lot of people were getting sick, so sick. And for me, I went on a mission really to find a natural way to help myself and others. And really, God answered my call. I found Dr. Wallach, scrolling different things. As Sherry mentioned, I was immediately amazed about what he had done with well over 40 years of research. And that, I had never heard about, which for me is odd. I do a lot of research and never came across Dr. Wallach's name. But all of this information really we should have learned in high school. So I became a certified holistic health coach. I joined Longevity. I applied his protocols with nutrition, movement, as we talked about here, and really started to see amazing results for myself, my family, friends, and knew that I needed to share more and wanting to share to those that were willing to listen. This really is a passion for me and a purpose of mine to bless others who want to really get back to basics. As we know, our bodies are designed to heal themselves if we give it what it needs. And that's really what this is all about, is helping others and, feeling better in the end. And as AJ already alluded to, I love Rebound. Rebound is listed as our sports energy drink. It is actually a lot more than that. My whole family takes Rebound. We mix and match with other things, but Rebound is really a core of what we take. It has over 100 nutrients. It tastes great, an all natural product. It originally was developed for an NBA basketball player, and my daughter uses it daily as she plays Division I basketball and has lots of energy. My husband uses it daily, mixes it with cardio beats and others, but Rebound is really the foundation for us after the basic 90. And I would recommend you all try it. Love longevity, love the products, love Dr. Wallach and what he's done and the sacrifices he's made. And really just looking forward to continue to help more and more people as time goes along. So glad to join the team. Glad to be working directly with AJ and all the people here on the call. And thank you, Becca, for the platform that you've created and helped to continue to this day. And that's it.
Fantabulous, Mary. And, I can tell you for a fact, Mary and her family used products. I mean, they certainly are products of the product. And Mary has sponsored events. People are cycling around and, got the whole family involved in trying to help people learn more about longevity. And she, her passion and her commitment shows in her results. She's fast moving. So you will have to try and catch up to Mary. Thank you very much, Mary, for being with us and being part of the team. And speaking of part of the team might not even exist if it weren't for this next woman we have on the screen with us, Miss Phyllis Anderson. And I wish we had Andy Anderson with us too, because he's part of your team. But we are very glad that Phyllis, even as busy as she is, as important to this whole movement, she still spends time with us, and she comes and asks questions for the folks that are on the different platforms, and commits herself to this mission. And it's been 2 years that you've been involved, correct, Phyllis? You've been around 2 years?
Actually, I think it's going on 3 years.
Is it almost 3 years, huh?
Yep.
How long is it really, Phyllis?
I think February of 23-ish. I came on. Well, AJ, let me go ahead and tell you about myself a little bit.
Whoa. Not as far as the show. I'm talking about how long you've been involved with longevity.
Yes. Well, I'll get into that then if you like. But shall I go ahead with where I'm from? And
Take her away.
All right. So I grew up in Massachusetts, and I now live in Las Vegas by way of California, which is my adopted home state. And Andy was born and raised in California, and that's where we met. And of course, he's such a huge part of all of this. And how we got into longevity is through our friend, Michael Zwirling. And he owned a couple of radio stations in Santa Cruz, California. And he had joined up with Dr. Wallach. This is back in '97. And they created the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio show, which eventually morphed into this Zoom, as we know, in more recent years. But this show was airing in Santa Cruz at the time, back in '97. And Michael approached us about marketing the show to other radio stations, other networks, and we would not pay them. This was through barter. So we would actually sign them up as associates. And by the way, this had never been done before in network marketing. Never, ever. And so Andy and I, we'd always liked working for ourselves. And also we saw Dr. Wallach was just a master marketer. and he did the selling. You know, we didn't have to do it because he was so good at it. And besides that, this came along at a perfect time in our work lives, although we weren't really aware of that until much later. So I asked Michael Zwerling, I said, are these products good? Because we really didn't have any health issues that we knew of. He said, yes, they're good. Thankfully, he was quite right. And we did find out, actually, we had low blood sugar, which actually reversed itself extremely quickly after we started taking the products. So Andy and I got to work, and he became involved with dozens and dozens of radio stations. We traveled all over with Dr. Wallach and did countless seminars, and we helped other people with their seminars. And it's been quite a journey and has led to such a wonderful lifestyle. And we've avoided a lot of the health issues in our older years that people have. AJ, I promised you I would tell a story. So you ready for that?
Ready and waiting.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you my favorite testimonial that we told Dr. Wallach about at a seminar. He got the biggest kick out of it. And this was a talk that another group was setting up here in Las Vegas. And they had booked him into a conference room in this little 2-story building, office building. And this was in the neighborhood, let's just say it had seen better days. And these Dr. Wallach talks, they normally start at 7 p.m., but when you help out at the seminar, you're there 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We always went very early, even though it wasn't our event. So we were there by 5. And we were going to meet some people in our downline there, and we wanted to get a good seat. We wanted to get a good parking space. And luckily, this place had its own parking lot in the back. So we get there, and Dr. Wallach wasn't there yet, so we're waiting. The room, which was upstairs, is filling up with people. And we hung out with a lovely couple, Melissa and Dale, and they were in our downline. And I think they were in their 50s at the time. And so just to kill time, Melissa and I took a walk outside. And the first thing I notice is that the rest of the building is very dark and very deserted, except for our group. The second thing I noticed, much to my dismay, was that the parking lot, which was surrounded by this tall 10-foot chain link fence, was all locked up, and there was a locked gate, and our car was stuck inside the parking lot. So me and Andy, Dale, and Melissa walk around to see if there's any way we can get into this parking lot. And then Dale sees this kind of a low dirt embankment at the back of the lot, and he goes up on it and he says, I think I can climb over that fence. And we're like, yeah, right. Well, he did. He scales that thing with our car keys and climbs over it, and he drops down to the ground, and he drives our car towards the gate, which luckily opens up because it's one of those automatic gates. And so we get our car back. So we go back inside. Dr. Wallach's there. So I said, hey, Doc, 6 months ago, Dale was having this terrible problem with his knees. But thanks to your healthy bone and joint pack, he just now broke into the locked parking lot back there by climbing a 10-foot fence. And so, moral of the story is if you ever want to climb a tall fence, Doc's got your back with the bone and joint pack.
Great story.
Andy's here chuckling.
Hey, Andy.
Hi there.
So I also wanted to pass along a tip, and then I'll tell you my favorite product. But my tip is something that we health coaches have to learn over and over, which is, and Andy is the one that said this.
Andy, come say hi.
Say hi.
Well, I thought you heard me. Hi there.
We have learned, and he told me, he said, we cannot save anybody. We do not have that power. And people have free will, dang it. So we cannot step in and fix things for them. They have to want it as bad as we want it for them. So we've got to be kind of like Johnny Appleseed, throwing out the seeds and seeing where they land. And that's something that all of us health coaches need to learn.
Fantastic, Phyllis. And I'm so thankful for you too. And you always have these good anecdotes, and I'm glad you picked a PG rated anecdote that you could share. That's fantastic. just, but we certainly really. Did you mention your favorite product?
Not yet.
I'm sorry. What's your favorite product?
All right. So it's going to be BTT 2.5. And I'll tell you why, because I think nobody has drinks like we do, the powdered drinks. It's got everything in it, basically, except the essential fatty acids, as we know. But it's so powerful. If I had nothing else but that drink. And again, these products have just enabled us to live a wonderful lifestyle and be in such better shape than people at our slightly advanced age.
Why 2.5 and not 2.0?
2.0 is good. It's pretty tangy, so 2.5 just a touch mellower.
Understood. Well, thank you very much, Phyllis. And again, you guys are adored. We love having you, and we really appreciate all the effort that you put in, and continue to do. And thank you very much.
It's wonderful working with you and all the other coaches and Becca. We just love it. Thank you, AJ.
Thank you. And speaking of all the other coaches, folks, you don't have to be a certified holistic health coach to help people around you. In fact, I encourage you to do what you can to take not only your health journey into your own hands, but to help others understand that the power is in their hands. You have the power. You have the choices to choose your health journey. You don't have to be subject to the medical model. You're not required to take a blood thinner. You're not deficient in Ozempic. You're not required to have Jardiance in your life. What you need are the 90 essential nutrients. And that is the concept that Dr. Wallach has taught us. And you can share this message just like all of us do, just as easily as we do. And if you need guidance on doing that, you can call 855-949-3377 and speak to one of the coaches. You can email questions@dailywithdoc.com. We will respond. But you don't have to be a health coach. You don't have to be a distributor to help your community. If you want to have a seminar at your church or your temple or your lodge, if you want to talk to people, all you have to do is do so. And if you need support in doing that, you call us, you email us, we will support you, one of us or all of us. And there are even more resources past just us. There are people like Becca Dukes, who is the leader of this group. There's Ruth Ellen Sanchez, who is the co-leader of this group, who has done so much to bring me in to the fold and get me going and improve what it is, my reach for others. There's Adrienne Gold, who's formulated products and comes on and shares. There's Brett Bashwati. There's Krista Way. There's Denise and Tom Chenault. There's Dr. Cara Ringland, Dr. Joanne Conaway, Dr. Judy Reynolds, Dr. Laura Dennison, Dr. Lisa Singletary, Dr. Louis Ariaza, Dr. Milan, the illustrious Dr. Joel Wallach himself, Fred Van Loo, Linda Tyler, Louise Adrian, Marvin Ra, Paul Croto, Cheryl Morley. We got folks like Dr. Peter Glidden, Pharmacist Ben, Dr. Randy Shannon, Raymond and Yolanda Brown, Richard Renton, Ryan Alexander, Sanjeev Javia, Scott and Juliet Fardulis, Steve and Michelle Wallach, Dr. Taylor Mitchell, Yvonne Ray, and the list goes on and on and on of folks who are committed to help you in your health journey. Just reach out. We are here. We are here to help. We love helping people. And if we didn't love helping people, we wouldn't be on the screen. We wouldn't be doing this on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, but we do it because we do love helping people, and we want to see you take the power in your own hands. Any last words today? Anybody on the screen? Don't all speak at once.
Ladies first. Come on, Phyllis.
You said it all, AJ.
All right. Marilyn, you're muted, so all those lovely words you're saying, we don't hear.
I agree with you with all those fantastic people. Just that you had mentioned, the community that we have formed is unbelievable. They are incredible leaders, all those people that he mentioned. So it's fantastic to be
product.
part of it all. Mhm.
Try the products, become a product of the products.
All right, team. That is us for today. Thank you for being with us on Daily with Doc. And don't forget, tomorrow we have another one of our illustrious leaders, pharmacist Ben Fuchs. Thank you for joining us today. If you need help, you want to talk to one of the people on the screen, 855-949-3377. If you would like to email a question in, it is questions@dailywithdoc.com, and we shall see you mañana, same bat time, same bat channel, with pharmacist Ben Fuchs. And I just want to thank all of you for participating today. You all are great, and thanks for putting it all together. See you tomorrow.
This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health. Dr. Joel Wallach. This program